Hello friends, I can hardly believe it's May 3rd and we haven't seen each other since mid-March. I'm here in my living room and you're probably at home watching. It's strange not to be gathering for church in our sanctuary or going to school with our friends. I know you are missing your teachers and they are missing you. And we are all missing the things we used to do, like playing with friends and coming to church every Sunday. We might even wonder, can we be a church if we don't have a building to worship in? The very first churches that sprang up after Jesus died and was resurrected didn't meet in church buildings. These small groups gathered mostly in people's homes. These believers, sometimes all belonging to the same household, gathered around a table to share a meal, to remember Jesus, tell stories about his life, and to share his teachings. Strangely, our church today, with people attending church services from their living rooms, might look a lot more like that early church. The first groups of followers weren't called Christians, but rather people of the way, because they were following Jesus' example, acting and doing as he had. Early on, in the book of Acts, it describes the early community. Many miracles and wonders were being done through the apostles, and everyone was filled with awe. All the believers continued together in close fellowship and shared their belongings with one another. They would sell their property and possessions and distribute the money among all, according to what each one needed. While we aren't meeting in our church building for worship, things are still happening there. Like the early church, we are reaching out to the community around us. On Tuesday and Thursday morning, volunteers come to the church to hand out groceries, although we have had to change how we do this to make it safer because of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. And during the week, other volunteers make sandwiches, and others buy food or come in to bag the groceries. Others have baked cookies and donated food, or have helped at home to support the food shelf. And our weekly offerings also go towards supporting the work of outreach. In Paul's letter to the Philippians, he writes, "None of you should look out just for your own good. Each of you should also look out for the good of others." Our faith community truly is a people of the way, living by Jesus' example, just as the early church sought to do. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and each other, and remember how much you are loved by God.